G'day, I'm Kevin Young. I'm Australia's most successful property investor, but I started out poor, and I'm constantly being asked, how do you do it? How do you get there? You ask me, I'll give you the solutions. Between us, we'll make you wealthy. Hi, welcome back to Ask Kevin Young. Today, again, something a little bit different. You can see this is how we have barbecues. It's all mentioned in our magazine that goes out and on our website, and it's a great opportunity to meet all of our investors and all those people that are thinking of investing.
Robin Atkins here. We live at Quakers Hill. My husband and I have 10 properties, all of which we bought through the club. We did buy externally when we were feeling very clever, and that was the worst mistake we made, so we've sold that one and got rid of that, and now we're starting to have another look. And my question for Kevin today is, where is the next hotspot for 2016?
My pick, I think, at the moment, of all the areas of Australia, and I think it's their turn to come through, is the Gold Coast and southeast Queensland. Gold Coast, preferably to southeast Queensland. I was talking to a builder who said he's lived on the coast all his life. This is the worst he's seen it for work. And he said only did 20 weeks work last year. His brother's also a builder, has moved to Adelaide. There's just so little supply coming through on the Gold Coast. And the reason for that is that in 2000 to 2003 we doubled our money on the Gold Coast. In 2003 and 2006 we doubled again. What that did, it encouraged a lot of greedy developers, as the centre of Brisbane is doing now. They left Melbourne, they left Sydney, and they've come into the centre of Brisbane and paid big prices for these high-rises they're throwing into the market. And that's what they did to the Gold Coast. Through Robina, Labrador, Southport, they really oversupplied the market. They got onto the tail end of the boom and force-fed it with properties. So the market just crashed. Tenants had huge amounts to choose from, so they bid the rents down. The good thing about that is that they've chewed up a lot of development sites that are now gone and occupied, but there's been little development going through there in the last 4 years. Traditionally, 15,000 units are built every year on the Gold Coast. We're below 5,000 for the last 4 years. That's a serious undersupply of bananas into the Gold Coast. So it's easy making money out of properties, just looking at the facts and figures, the law of supply and demand. So to me, the figures are pretty obvious that I think there's going to be a lot of people hurt financially, but will be in the high-rise market. I think there's huge undersupply of the townhouses and unit markets, and particularly I'm focusing on Gold Coast and Brisbane. These areas go through cycles.
Gold Coast 2018, there's going to be the Games. What do you see happening to properties that we've purchased in that area after the Games?
I think property prices are going to go sideways, if not a touch negative, only because that's what's happened in every capital city that I know of that's had the Commonwealth Games or the Olympic Games or whatever. That's why I'm so comfortable that I think in the next 3 to 4 years, 3 years definitely, property prices on the Gold Coast are going to double. Because if you follow property prices, you need patience, because some people think you buy it today and it's going to double tomorrow. It doesn't do that, because it's the law of supply and demand, and we don't know what council are going to approve in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, 4 years' time. So that affects your rent, that affects your valuation. But what it does, it goes in cycles. It's pretty reliable. If it's a slow starter, it'll be a fast finisher. Wendy's got tons of charts on her numerous properties that show that. Some that take off very quickly, and you'd like that because you can suck into the profit to buy more properties, but they slow up towards the end. But always, at the end of the 10-year period, the rate of increase is about the same on all of them. So don't expect the same increase month after month, year after year after year. It just doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So it's going to go in fits and starts. So Gold Coast has been asleep now for about, since about 2007, 2008. So I think the next 3 years, if it doubles, it's just going to give you a doubling over that period. So it's going to be a quite exciting ride. There's nowhere else in the world that you can go to where you can actually get a chance before you invest to talk to millionaires that have invested before you. What's their story? What were the traps? What were the benefits? How are they finding the journey? This is the idea of the club. Barbecues, friendly get-togethers, as well as our conference, which is coming up first week and in March. The only one in the world run by investors for investors. If you like this episode, share it with your friends. I'm sure you have friends who are paying tax and you'd like them to not pay tax and get wealthy instead. We, together, can help them.